Yes, guys, what's going on? Welcome to AdamMcKola TV. We are back. We are live, and hopefully you can now hear me. If you've been watching live, you would have seen I was talking for ages. I've got a new mic. I didn't hit the button to unmute it, so now it is unmuted, and we are back, and we are here. It never runs smoothly when we're live, does it? It never runs smoothly. But we are here now, and we are here to bring you the latest Manchester United news, headlines, transfer rumours, and all that good stuff as well. So make sure you're keeping it locked. We have got loads to get stuck into today. Some breaking news in regards to our cup opponents in the League Cup. We have got Everton away in the quarterfinals, a massive tie coming up against Carlo Ancelotti's side. Carlo Ancelotti's side looking in real good form at the moment. Obviously, this game is in December, so a lot of things can change. But nevertheless, we have got a difficult away trip to Everton. Carlo Ancelotti, one of the best managers in the league, can you believe it? And he's at Everton. That's incredible turn up of events, isn't it? When you think of Everton and Leeds, got two of the better managers in the league. It's crazy how much managerial talent there is in the Premier League. And obviously, Manchester United will come up against Carlo Ancelotti's Everton side in the League Cup. Our opponents were also revealed in the... Our opponents have also been revealed in the Champions League as well. And we'll be talking about that too, although we did discuss that earlier on the Weekly United. We'll also be looking at Chris Smalling, Andreas Pereira, and their moves to Italy. Andreas Pereira's move to Lazio has now been confirmed by the Italian club. A season-long loan with an option to buy at 27 million euros. Imagine Andreas Pereira does well. United would have done well in terms of the fee that they'll be getting. And Chris Smalling is a step closer, we believe, to joining AS Roma, as they look like they're going to be meeting Manchester United's price tag for the player. But AS Roma want another Manchester United player as well. They want to take Chris Smalling on that permanent deal. But there's also been links to Timothy Fosu Mensah and Diogo Dalot on a season-long loan. But it's been believed United have knocked back season-long loan offers from Everton, AC Milan previously for Diogo Dalot. Now, United are unlikely to accept a season-long loan for Diogo Dalot from Roma, although they have been open to a permanent deal. So could things change in terms of that with Diogo Dalot? Things like that could keep up going to the end of the window as other clubs probably become aware of his availability. But also Timothy Fosu Mensah, a move to Roma on loan, season-long loan, go in there with Chris Smalling. What could that do for him? Could it put him in the shop window for a move elsewhere? Could it revitalise his career? Should United keep him? What do you guys think about that? If it came down to a choice of keeping Timothy Fosu Mensah or keeping Chris Smalling, or keeping Diogo Dalot, who would you keep at Manchester United? Personally, I love Timothy Fosu Mensah, but I'd probably keep Diogo Dalot at the club if I had a choice of either. We're also going to be talking about, as I said, those cup draws: Chris Smalling, Fosu Mensah, Diogo Dalot, Andreas Pereira, Luka Jovic. He was linked with a move to Manchester United, but it looks like that one is off the cards now, as it's been confirmed he will be staying at Real Madrid. And we'll be looking at loads of other news as well. Jadon Sancho, Alex Telles, loads of stuff to get stuck into as well. When you think of it, like, we got 4 days left. Something could break while we are here live right now. Imagine that if something broke while we were live. That would probably be a little bit of a dream, wouldn't it? But nevertheless, we're going to talk about all of that. Before we do, though, we're going to get stuck into some on this days. And I'm going to check out your comments as well, because you lot have obviously been getting stuck into the... It was an easy mistake to make. Obviously, it's a new mic. I didn't know what was going on. Ross Murphy with the super chat says you were chatting for 4 minutes and didn't realise. Carl Keller says, Adam, your show gets to the point and cuts out the crap. Thoughts on the season moving forward? If our squad stays as it is, we'd have to rely on all of our players being fully fit for the whole season if we wanted to do anything. Let's be real. And with the way these fixtures are going to pile up, I would be a little bit concerned about where the goals are going to come from throughout the campaign. Obviously, you got Greenwood, Rashford, Marshall, who can contribute 60 to 70 goals. Bruno and Pogba, hopefully, will contribute more goals as well to the team. But Donny van de Beek will too. But in terms of another striker, we need someone now. If you bring in Jadon Sancho, that's an alternative that's going to get you about another 20 goals. So that's not a striker coming in, but it's someone that can contribute to that goal tally. So if we don't make those signings, Alex Telles is another one, bringing another option at the back, then I would be a little bit concerned about us falling behind those teams that are just behind us. We could probably scrape a top 4, but you don't want to be looking to scrape top 4, do you? You want to be looking to cement on what you did last season and try and close that gap of those 2 teams above you. So yeah, if we don't strengthen, then I would be worried about that, and I'd be looking over our shoulder at those teams that are behind us. So anyway, let's get on to and on this day. It is the 1st of October today. Where is it in this book? Mason Greenwood's birthday today as well. He's 19 years old today. But we'll check out and on this day. There's a couple of them here. And we see, so Sunday, the 1st of October, 1995. Eric Cantona marks his return from an 8-month ban for kung fu kicking a Crystal Palace fan by scoring the point-saving penalty in a 2-2 Premier League draw with Liverpool at Old Trafford. Nicky Butt had given United the lead before 2 Robbie Fowler strikes turned things around. And then Eric Cantona, we got the penalty and he scored it, and he did some sort of pole dance on the pole that was on the stanchion of the goal. He kind of just span around it. I remember that celebration like it was yesterday. What a day it was at Old Trafford. The King returning. Nicky Butt's goal was great as well, juggling it through the Liverpool defence, and then Robbie Fowler turned things around before Eric Cantona settled things on the day. Well, not settled things, grabbed United a point on the day with that 2-2 draw as United went on to do the double that year. So that is the on this day for today. Let's get stuck into these transfer rumours then in relation to Chris Smalling. So we heard that Chris Smalling's move to AS Roma was getting much closer. Obviously, he's been linked with a move to AS Roma for a long time. AS Roma haven't wanted to put up the money that Manchester United wanted for the player. United are believed to have wanted around 20 million euros or 20 million pounds, depending on who you believe and their reports. But we heard AS Roma were coming in with bids of around 8 million euros, 10 million euros, 12 million euros. Clearly not enough for someone of Chris Smalling's stature, especially after the season that he had last year. You didn't want to see United give him up for like 10 million pounds because he's worth more than that. Even if United don't want him, it'd be daft to be trying to do that deal. So we've kind of held out, which was the right thing to do. It may have slowed down some of our deals. I wouldn't be surprised if the Alex Telles deal was attached to this Chris Smalling deal happening. Kind of like a one out, one in situation. And now we're waiting for AS Roma to come up with the bid. We've heard from Fabrizio Romano that they will submit a new bid in the next 24 hours. After Manchester United said they don't want to loan out Diogo Dalot, as part of the deal, Roma have also asked for Fosu Mensah to be included in the negotiations. But then, interestingly enough, Di Marzio has recently posted an article saying that Diogo Dalot discussions are still ongoing. Di Marzio in that article says there will be a meeting with Chris Smalling's agent on Friday to close his transfer to AS Roma. So regardless of whether Di Marzio or Fabrizio Romano are right on the Fosu Mensah or the Diogo Dalot situation, what's pretty clear here is the bid is ready to be submitted. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Roma knew that bid would be accepted, maybe through discussions between the agent and the club in relation to what United would accept. And now they're trying to add someone onto that deal. Now, they may be looking for a fullback. Diogo Dalot's come up as part of a conversation. United have said, well, we're not going to let Diogo Dalot go on loan, but we'll let you have Timothy Fosu Mensah on loan if you cough up the extra few million pounds that we want. So it could be some negotiating like that between United and Roma, where Roma have said, we'll give you that extra bit of money that you want for Chris Smalling, but in return, do us a favour and give us one of your fullbacks on loan. United have offered them Timothy Fosu Mensah. Now we're waiting to see what happens with that one. That is just me guessing from the reports that we have out there. Earlier on today, we also heard David Ornstein report, that Roma are closing in on permanent signing of Chris Smalling from Manchester United. Significant progress was made on Wednesday. Final details need sorting. United are prioritising right winger, left back process is ongoing, and the striker may sign if right chance arises. Obviously, that Luka Jovic report has been squashed today, as it looks like he is set to stay at Real Madrid. So Luka Jovic, that one has been put in the bin in regards of those reports. So Chris Smalling, looks like that one's happening. We could get confirmation of that deal tomorrow. But that one, I'd expect that one to happen. Whether it's on Monday when the transfer deadline is, whether it's, tomorrow, that one will happen. I don't see an issue with that one. As for Diogo Dalot or Timothy Fosu Mensah, let's wait and see on that. I don't think United will let Diogo Dalot go on a loan. I think they'll be looking to bring in a transfer fee for him. Maybe by the end of the transfer window on deadline day, United are in a position where no one's come up with a transfer fee. We might just think someone's going to pay his wages for a year. He'll get regular football. Okay, now we'll accept the loan. But I can't see them doing that anytime soon. If anything, they'd look to be getting a transfer fee in for him. So Diogo Dalot, Timbo, let's see what happens there. But Smalling, it looks like that one is happening. Andreas Pereira, we've seen tweets from Lazio showing Andreas Pereira arriving in the capital of Rome, and obviously heading in to sign his deal with Lazio. Now, it's a big move for him. It's a massive club, obviously, and that one is pretty much being confirmed. Manchester United haven't posted about it. You wouldn't expect them to just yet. They'll probably wait for everything to be signed, sealed, delivered before they make an announcement. But Lazio have pretty much confirmed it for us, and there's pictures there of Andreas Pereira signing on loan. That deal, €27 million option to buy, is fantastic, isn't it? And if United can get that kind of fee for him, if he does well, I don't think they'd take it up at this moment in time. But if he plays as we know he can do, because he has talent, I think his decision making's let him down. I think there's a few things that have let him down, but he clearly has talent and he has ability. He can score set pieces. He can pick a pass. He tries, skillful things. Sometimes they come off, and I can see, if he has a good run of games and he scores a few goals, his confidence boosts. I can see some fans taking to him. It's a slower game in Italy. We've seen how that's benefited some players, the likes of Chris Smalling. I think Andreas Pereira could do really well in Italy. So I'd be interested to see how he could get on there. But it looks like that one is done now. We've seen him taking pictures with the scarf and everything. So it looks like that one is. The Champions League draw was made as well. Let's have a little bit of a chat about this. Paris Saint-Germain coming back up ahead with Ander Herrera and Di Maria, as well as Neymar and Mbappe. We take on RB Leipzig, the likes of Poulsen, Upamecano, and of course their manager Nagelsmann as well. What a tie that's going to be. Obviously they've lost Timo Werner and some key players around the team, but they'll still be a threat against Manchester United. And then Istanbul Başakşehir, I think they've lost their opening 3 games of the season at the moment, but they have been quite successful over the last couple of years. Got a few familiar faces in their team, the likes of Skrtel, Demba, and of course Rafael da Silva. Hopefully that could be the last game of the group stages when some fans are allowed back in Old Trafford and we get to say goodbye to Rafael da Silva, because what a player he was for us. Absolutely adore that guy, and it'd be great to see him back at Old Trafford, but I doubt we'll have anywhere close to a full capacity stadium whilst these group stages are going on. So those hopes are probably definitely squashed. We're speaking about Mason Greenwood's birthday earlier as well, and today Gareth Southgate did not select him for England duty. Paul Scholes commented on it on Instagram saying you're just punishing him again, and I totally agree with Paul Scholes coming out and kind of attacking Gareth Southgate for his decision on him. He should have been in the squad. Obviously I don't care too much about England. I just want to see him do well for Manchester United first and foremost, but from him, he would want to play for England. He would want to be in that squad, and I find it weird that he's been punished for that again. He's already been punished for it. Played for Manchester United since. We all agree United are better than England, so how can he be playing for Manchester United but still be getting punished from, don't make sense. But yeah, that's Gareth Southgate for you. A lot of his decisions don't make sense as manager of England, but there you go. He'll be sacked soon anyway, and Mason Greenwood will still be tearing it up. Harry Maguire was called up, Dean Henderson was called up, Marcus Rashford was called up, Bruno was called up for Portugal, Martial and Pogba were called up for France. So lots of our players have been called up for international duty, and providing none of them get injured, I'll be quite happy to see them go away for international duty, get some fitness back into their legs and get ready for the rest of Manchester United's campaign, because we're going to need them. Obviously, we're through to that quarter-final in the Carabao Cup. Big opportunity for United to get a trophy. I know the Carabao Cup quarter-final is stacked with teams. You got Arsenal against Manchester City. You got Everton against Manchester United. You got Newcastle against who was it? Brentford. And you've got Spurs against Stoke. So let's say Stoke are going to get through. Brentford could do something against Newcastle, but they'll probably be without Ben Rama by that point, because you'd imagine someone might sign him. So you're going to look at Newcastle, Tottenham, Arsenal or City, and Everton or United. It's going to be a pretty strong semi-final. Whoever you get, obviously you'd want to get Newcastle out of those teams, but even then it's a Premier League team. So whilst it's a big opportunity at a trophy, still a long way to go and a difficult way to go. So interesting draw in the League Cup, but with the season heating up after their Champions League football coming in after the international break, we need these players to be fit. We've got a big game on the weekend. It was interesting to see Spurs' lineup today. They played in the Europa League and played Harry Kane, and they played their full team, and I was surprised to see that, because obviously they play United in a couple of days' time, and I was surprised to see Jose go with a full strength team. I have no doubt he'll be taking the Europa League seriously. He'll really want to win a trophy there at Spurs, and if he wins a trophy, it'll be legendary at Spurs. I know what he did. We appreciate what he did for United winning those trophies, but if he was to have a season like that at Spurs, that'd be their greatest ever season. So he wants to win a trophy there, whether it's the League Cup, Europa League, and I see him taking that really seriously. But with that game coming up, it was an interesting one, a very interesting one. So just to recap on everything, we've got Everton in the League Cup quarterfinals. Timothy Fosu Mensah could be joining Chris Smalling on loan at Rome. Smalling would be there on a permanent deal, as it looks like AS Roma have finally stumped up the amount of money that Manchester United would be happy with. Andreas Pereira's move to Lazio has been confirmed as well, or Lazio, as it said. Luka Jovic will not be leaving Real Madrid. In the Champions League, we got PSG, we got RB Leipzig, and we got Istanbul Besiktas here. Possibly the group of death in the Champions League, although I'm quite confident we'll go through. I'm not as worried as some people are at all. I'm not worried as worried as they are at all. So there we go. I hate to say this, but Tottenham are doing more ambition than we are. They're back in Mourinho. Would anybody have been happy with Højbjerg? I don't think so. Would anyone have wanted Reguilon with the buyback clause? I think that was the right thing to do. Gareth Bale, it could be an amazing signing, but again, I don't know. I think we look there and we think, they've made the more deals, the bigger number of deals. But when you actually break them down, I'm not jealous about any of the signings they've made. If United made their business and got their business done, wouldn't be asked about them. But I see what you're saying. They're obviously showing more ambition. They're bringing in more players. They're improving their squad. They're trying to close that gap. But I'm really not concerned. Bale's either going to be... It reminds me of the Thiago one. It's either going to be a disaster or an absolute dream for them. He's either going to be sat on the bench, injured, in the stands, picking up a big wage, pissing off Jose Mourinho, or it's going to be dream scenario for them. So we'll see. We'll see. We beat PSG once, why can't we beat them again, says David. I think we're going through in that group. I don't know what you lot are saying. Can we go after Ben Rama? Your opinion, says Sohaib. I was talking about this earlier. I'd like to see Ben Rama snapped up. When we bought Daniel James for 17 million. Imagine that kind of signing this summer. We got Jadon Sancho, we got Van der Beek, we got Alex Telles, and then you just snap up a little bonus signing like a 25 million. Be a decent signing, man. He's a baller, but it's not going to happen. I think someone will snap him up from the Premier League or from Ligue 1 or La Liga or something. Someone will snap him up because he's a quality player and is available on a cheap £25 million. Then the likes of West Ham, Crystal Palace, Aston Villa are interested in him. It's the group of death, but not for us as Indiana. We'll struggle to get out of the group. On the other hand, Carey says, smash the like, says Car. Yes, get hitting that like button, get commenting, get sharing, get subscribing, get your thoughts in on all the things we've discussed today as this transfer window well and truly heats up. It does feel like the calm before the storm for Man United, doesn't it? With the Jadon Sancho situation, we heard today that he wants to force a move. He wants to ask for a move, and he wants to make that move happen. We hear United are going to go back in with another bid, and we hear Dortmund still want 120 million euros or nothing. But no news as of yet, like serious stuff. It's all what we've heard all before. In terms of Alex Telles, there was updates on that. So let me get those updates on Alex Telles for you right now. Where did I see them? I seen them on United Report. So shout out United Report. So Alex Telles, asking price £18 million. United made a bid of £12 million. Obviously £6 million difference in what they want. Was it on? No, it wasn't here. One sec. Let me find it. Might have been on Man United Zone. Both great pages anyway. There we go. Yeah, so it was via Sport Witness as well. It was claims of a bid from Manchester United for Alex Telles are true, but the amount on the table is less than 10 million euros. In case the amount is substantially raised, then Alex Telles will stay at Porto, regardless of their risk of losing him for free. Now, I think Porto are bluffing. I don't think they want to lose him for free. I think United are trying to get him on the cheap, trying to make them sweat, trying to make him accept a low ball offer. Porto are trying to pretend they're not fretting and trying to wait it out for United to come in with the money. I think eventually, on deadline day, we'll see United snap up Alex Telles for about £15 million. I think that's the way this one's going. Or maybe even before. But eventually someone will crack. And either United will say, here's the 15 million, just take it. Or Porto will say, we'll take whatever's on. Like, it's going to happen. Because they'll probably want to replace him as well. How can they get that deal done? What about Diogo Dalot going back there on loan? I don't know. But yeah, you could. I think that Alex Telles deal will be one that gets done. If it doesn't, it'd be really worrying, wouldn't it, if United couldn't get that deal done at 18 million. I do think it could be tied to the Chris Smalling one, though. And as soon as we get the Chris Smalling deal done, we'll get that Alex Telles deal done. And hopefully we'll get fucking Jadon Sancho done as well. But as of yet, no proper news, apart from the fact that him and Solskjaer have been speaking. And they want the move to happen, but let's see. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in today. Make sure you're keeping it locked. Sorry about earlier, bit of a weird one, but we're just testing the new mic and now it's alright, I guess. So yeah, make sure you're keeping it locked. You like and comment and share and subscribing. We'll be back as soon as anything pops off, and of course at 10:30 PM UK time we'll have some news for you as well. So until then, I've been AdamMcKola. I'm out of here.